Hi. So I thought I should share my devotion for today, and this is just part of this Lenten period where I want to try and be consistent in reading the Bible and just spending time with God. So I was listening to a sermon um, about the purpose-driven life. And one of the things that the preacher said is, at the very least, your purpose in life, you should know that your purpose in life is that God created you in His image and in His likeness, and He created you so that He could love you and so that we could worship Him. And today in the morning, I woke up and I just prayed, if there's anything that I can do today, is Lord, help me to know you better and to love you better. And I was just about to go to sleep. It's past midnight. But I realized I actually didn't spend time to read the Bible. So anyway, so I'm reading from Job chapter 42, and this is at the very end of Job's life. And if you've read the book of Job, you know how he went through so much turmoil, so much anguish. He lost his family, his children. He lost everything he owned. He was deserted by everyone. His friends, his three friends, his wife were just telling him, like, just curse God and die. But he refused. And the whole book of Job is just a series of questions between Job and God and his friends. Anyway, it's very interesting. So I'll read chapter 42, but towards the end. So from verse 7, this is the conclusion. The Lord blessed Job. So it says, after the Lord had finished speaking to Job, He said to Eliphaz the Temanite, I am angry with you and your two friends, for you have not spoken accurately about me as my servant Job has. So take 7 bulls and 7 rams and go to my servant Job and offer a burnt offering for yourselves. My servant Job will pray for you, and I'll accept his prayer on your behalf. I will not treat you as you deserve, for you have not spoken accurately about me as my servant Job has. So Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite did as the Lord commanded them, and the Lord accepted Job's prayer. When Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes. In fact, the Lord gave him twice as much as before. Then all his brothers and sisters and former friends came and feasted with him in his home, and they consoled him and comforted him because of all the trials the Lord had brought against him. And each of them brought him a gift of money and a gold ring. So the Lord blessed Job in the second half of his life, even more than in the beginning. For now he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 teams of oxen, 1,000 female donkeys. He also gave Job 7 more sons and 3 more daughters. He named his daughter Jemima, the second Keziah, the third Keran Hapuch. In all the land, no women were as lovely as the daughters of Job, and their father put them into his will along with their brothers. Job lived 140 years after that, living to see 4 generations of his children and grandchildren. Then he died an old man who lived a long, full life. So the thing that made me want to share about the latter part of Job is the realization that God blesses us in the midst of our problems and in the midst of our trials. Just because he had lost everything didn't mean that God couldn't honor him. He couldn't bless him, and God even ended up blessing him much more than he had when he thought he had it all. And sometimes we cling on to things, we cling on to friends, we cling on to family, loved ones, jobs, whatever it is that you think that you are at the climax. And when the floor beneath you is it's like the rug is pulled under your feet, you're left there wondering, okay, so what was that all about? In like job, maybe sometimes people will tell you, oh, you say you believe God, you're a believer, you just need to curse God and die. But here we see that Job's blessing came because of his faithfulness. And God even like went and spoke to his friends, and he's like, I'm very upset with you guys. What you did, what you said, you are not as faithful as my servant Job. You did not speak as my servant Job spoke. And it's only when Job prayed for them, that's when God blessed him. Because verse 9 says, and the Lord accepted Job's prayer. And when he prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes. In fact, he gave him twice as much as before. And that made me wonder, Paul, in the New Testament, Paul spoke a lot. In all his letters, he would constantly tell the people, oh, I'm praying for you, I'm praying for the church in Philippi, or the Colossians, or the Romans. He would constantly have that opportunity to pray, and also even inform the recipients of his letters that he was actually praying for them. And for me, that was a challenge, because for Job, his blessing was attached to the prayers he was making for his friends. So it's just a challenge for you today, and for me as well. Who are you praying for? Who are you standing the gap for? You don't know, maybe that is what is holding back you, God answering your prayers and giving you the blessings that he has in store. And it's also, today's reading is also a reminder that God will bless you even when you think you've lost it all. And the blessing will be so immense, you won't even believe it. And I feel like the last 2 years have been difficult for almost everyone in the world, especially because of the pandemic. Very many of us have lost loved ones. People in our family, people we were married to, or maybe engaged to. People lost their children, their siblings. Right now, there's just been rumors of war. There's been war in other countries. There's been famine. There's just been so much that's going on, and it seems like it's just a season of loss. And this is just an encouragement that God will bless you even in this season of loss. We just need to stay steadfast and just listen to him, and just be faithful. Job got the blessing because of his faithfulness. And yeah, just like what Job said in this last chapter in verse 2, he said that I know that you can do anything and no one can stop you. So may you have that same confidence that you know that God can do anything and no one can stop him. He is your creator, and he always has your best interests at heart.